Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of August. So August is going to be a bit of a crazy month for me. So on August 19th and 20th, I have to take like my big PhD exams that I've been studying for since January, and it was originally supposed to be in May, but because of COVID, it got pushed back a couple months. So the important day is finally approaching, and I just want to get it done and over with at this point because I've been studying for 8 months. I'm super nervous about it, but I think it should be okay. But I have that kind of, right at kind of towards the end of the month, and then on the 24th is when the fall semester starts. All my classes will be, my one and only class that I only have to take, and then I'll be done with classes, is online, so I'll just be at home the whole time anyway, so it'll be a little bit of a different fall semester. But basically that third week of August is when I will be kind of off the grid and probably not reading as much. So I think I'm doing a little bit of wishful thinking with the books that I plan on reading in August, but nevertheless these are like the ones I want to read and kind of go off from there. But 4 of these books out of the 6 are rereads in preparation for a new book that's coming out in the series in September. I'm all mixed up with my days. And then the other one's like a series that I've been rereading and all that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out with a non-reread for me, this is the only one that is like a new read for me, and it is The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. This is a book that I borrowed from my sister, and it talks about the mass incarceration in the age of color blindness. So this is very interesting. This is I talked about this in my books on how to be anti-racist, and this is a book my sister has read. She highly recommended it, and this is, I want to learn more about this. I read White Fragility back in June, and I want to continue on with kind of my anti-racism readings to educate myself more. So this one just talks about, the kind of racisms behind, the prison system and the justice system, and this is a highly acclaimed book. So I think towards the end of August I'll get toward this. Like I said, I have like a lot of brain power devoted to my studying, so after my exam I can focus all of my brain cells into this book because I think it is something that is very important to read, especially now. So talking about the series that I want to reread in preparation for the new book coming out in September, that would be the Cormoran Strike series by Robert Galbraith or J.K. Rowling. I love this series so much. I got my sister hooked on it, and she got her boyfriend hooked on it, and we just really love it. It's if you like really dark murder mysteries, like that's very, character driven, I think you guys will like this. But because I noticed when I was reading Lethal White, because there's such a big time gap between when the books come out, I do forget a lot of the things. So this time around when I reread them, I will be taking notes because there's some side characters that show up again and I'm like, who is this? So I don't want to read the new one that comes out in September, kind of trying to figure out who's who for the first 100 pages. So I will be rereading this month, so that's my main priority because I love this series so much, and it'll be super fun to read. Like I said, me and my sister, I saw that it was coming out on Goodreads a couple months ago, and I was like, oh my goodness, pre-ordered it right away. So I'm excited for this. Something to look forward to in September once my exams are over. And lastly, I think this is along the lines of wishful thinking because I don't think I will be able to get to this, especially with the books that I plan on, reading this month. But I actually did get an email today saying that my audiobook, hold is finally available for this one. So I might be listening to it on and off for a while, and it is Harry Potter and the Order of the Pheonix. I've been rereading Harry Potter this past summer, and this is the most recent book that I need to read in the series. So the first 4 books were ones that I've listened to on audiobook within the past few years, the 4th one being the most recent one, which I read last summer. But this is the the 5th book, 5 through 7 are the ones that I haven't reread since I read them initially in 2008. So I'm really excited for this. Again, there's so many plots and storylines that I've totally forgotten about that are in the book that aren't in the movies, and because I've seen the movies more than I've read the book, I'm more familiar with the movie storylines. So this will be fun, especially because this one's so big, and I know they took so much out of this, but I'm super excited. And I think the feeling of going back to school from home will get me, will not physically being in school will kind of make up for, well, like make up for that with the feels that I get from Harry Potter with going back to school and all this stuff. Especially for this one, I'm ready for sassy Harry and, you know, emo Harry, so let's go on for so I'm excited for this, but definitely I think I won't be able to get to this one until September, but I probably will be listening to the audiobook on and off for a while, so something to keep me entertained while I do my neat modeling. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books you'll be reading this month and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.